You know those last few minutes of the day after the sun has set, but it's still a little bit bright out, or those very subtle, brief moments right before the sun rises? Most of us would call that twilight, and maybe a little more poetically, dusk. But did you know that there's an older English word for this time of the day? The Old English word was gloaming, and it was largely lost to most of the English speaking world, but speakers of English in Scotland preserved it. Over time, in Scots English, that word became gloaming. It was reintroduced into the English language by Scottish writers in the late 18th century. Ultimately, it's related to the word glow, and I think that's just so much more evocative of what it looks like to the eye. But Scott, I hear you asking, why not use the word twilight? Do we need yet another word? But there's something about the sound gloaming that evokes sort of a sadness or forlornness that one can feel at that moment. Sure, dusk precludes the dawn, which is a moment of hope, but just before the dawning of the sun, there's a bit of doubt, and I think the word gloaming says that in a way no other words do. I remember the first time I saw the word gloaming, and although I was quite young, I immediately knew what the word meant. I encountered it when I first read The Hobbit in the 6th grade. In Chapter 8 of The Hobbit, Tolkien says, in reference to the Wood Elves of Mirkwood, that they took ever more and more to the gloaming and the dusk. Notice that he actually uses the word distinctly from dusk, and I think my entire life that has caused me to make the same distinction. I think of the gloaming as just those very brief minutes of when you're unsure if the sun is still there or if it is yet to make its appearance. It appears to me cathartic doubt. Thinking back, it turns out that the internal thesis of my photography has always been linked to the concept of the gloaming. That idea that the ambiguous boundaries can create moments of clarity when they finally resolve.